everybody, Krishna Prem here. I used to be Michael Mogul in a former life. American, got a chance to have a job in England, managing a small hotel. I packed my bags. I spent 2 years in England deconditioning just a little bit from being American, because the stories about my journey to India, very difficult to go from America to India. The conditionings are so different. So that 2 years in England really helped me out to let go. I let go through drinking. When you manage a small hotel in England, you are having a drink. So I'm having a drink with you because you just got divorced. I don't want you to be alone. I'm having a drink with you because you just got fired. I don't want you to be alone. And finally, nobody came, and I was still drinking. And I realized I was repressing my whole life through alcohol, enjoying, but it was not real. And one day at 2 in the morning, because I had to close the hotel, I went across the street and I had Indian food and I had mango chutney, and I went, oh my God, I want to go to India. I packed my bags again. I'm still drunk. I'm now in India with my girlfriend. And the first trick, if you never learn anything from Krishna Prem, is when you come to India, do not drink the water. My relationship turned into a relationship. We had our first fight in the middle of downtown Bombay. It was horrible. And she said, I'm leaving you. So we went to a very famous place called Dipti's, where you could get a nice mango lassi. And we were sitting there having a mango lassi while she told me she never wanted to see me again. Masha Payne was finished with Michael Mogul. And while we're having a fight, this beautiful Spanish girl sat down next to me and tried to pick me up. Now, even though my girlfriend hated me now, we're both 29 years old, she got jealous. Isn't that funny about life? So she went to the bathroom to wash her hands, and I said to the Spanish girl, what is going on here? And she said, I apologize. I happen to be sexy by nature. I'm not trying to pick you up. I'm trying to tell you about my teacher, Osho. It was very cute because my girlfriend realized, even though she hated me, it was more that she wasn't feeling well. It had nothing to do with our love, and we kissed and we made up, and she said, you know, we came to India to meditate. Let's take this girl's advice and visit Osho. Now this is 52 years ago, 1973. We took a 3rd-class train into the middle of India to visit Osho at his first international meditation resort. It had 1 room, and he was in it, and the rest of us were in a tent. And when I say the rest of us, it was all Indians. I was the only white guy. There were about 10 yoga teachers from New York City, and they were in love with Osho, but I was the only guy, and it was so cute. Osho wanted to see me right away. It was so much fun. I was there alone with him, and I just want to mention that he had presence and I had absence. I was so delighted to be with him because I could feel how strong he was, how present he was, and I could also feel that I needed to do some work in order to be not him, but like me, you know? And it was so beautiful, and he looked at me and he said, you know, your new name is Krishna Prem. Of course, I wanted to get up and leave right away. How would you like to have a name like Krishna? I was very upset. But then he said to me, I just want to mention one thing. The revolution is inside of yourself. And I couldn't believe how much I exploded in that moment, because I had one dark secret. The reason I was in England is because I had said no to America. I said, I will not go to Vietnam. I studied the enemy. They were Buddhists, they were peaceful. I didn't want to fight with the Vietnamese people. I wanted to fight with me, with my American people. And I was very, very disturbed, even though I was alert enough to get permission from the American government not to fight. But I wasn't happy. You know, when you say no for the first time in your life, you're never happy. And when Osho said the American army is not in me, but out here, when he said, your girlfriend is not in you, they're out here. And he said, I want to tell you one thing, you're the biggest crowd I ever met. You need to do that Kundalini meditation all the time. You need to let go of the U.S. Army. You need to let go of your girlfriend. You need to let go of your parents, all of your friends, every single person, Krishna Prem, you would say, I love you, come live with me, but you would forget to say goodbye. For me, the Kundalini meditation is goodbye. I say goodbye to everybody, and in the end, you even have to say goodbye to Krishna Prem. But that's pretty big talk. And I had a great journey with Osho. You know, of course, I was the first white boy, so to speak, but many, many, many white boys, white girls, gray people, black people, orange people, so many people are on their way. But this is 1973. And then Osho said, what do you want to do? And I said, Osho, I want to tell people you exist. And he couldn't get over, he was very happy about that. He loved the idea. So when everybody else came and stayed, Krishna Prem, the idiot, came and left. And with $1 in my pocket, I started a whole city of meditation for Osho in America called Gita Rajni Sannyas Ashram. It was a huge success. And the reason it was a success is I was in love. You know, and the love, when you have a love for a master, it's so pure that it's not mixed up with sex and it's not mixed up with money. It's just love. And I know that sounds difficult for the young people watching this because they're my children and my grandchildren, but when you're in love, you can see. You know, I could see, and people could see, I could see. Just like when I mentioned before, I could see Osho had something and I didn't. By now, I had a little bit of Osho and you didn't have anything at all. And people were very attracted. Thousands of people came to see Osho because of me. And Osho would always ask me how it was possible, because you can tell by now I'm just an ordinary guy having a great life. And people were flocking to Osho because of me. And even Osho asked me how it was possible. To this day, I don't know the answer. But I wrote all this down in a book called G-U-I-U. And that's my primal book. That's how I learned about me. That's how I learned about you. That's how I learned about meditation. That's how I let go. When I say primal, what I mean is let go. Meditation is it's over. Now you can meditate, or you can do 30 years of yoga teacher training, 11 years of primal therapy, or you can just become aware. How do I know? I know. Can I teach it? No. But I can indicate it through my first book, G-U-I-U. And the good news is I'm making it available for free. I'm 80 years old. I've sold 10,000 copies of this book, and I'm exhausted from life and selling books. I've decided to give it away. It's now embedded in my website, GUIU.com. We spell it GEEYOUAREYOU.com. GUIU.com. Of course, it spells guru. I'm kind of fun that way. And I finished that book, and then I realized it's great to introduce people to meditation, which I did with my first book. Now I had to write my second book, Aloneness, a Love Story, which is not about meditation, it's about beyond meditation. And beyond meditation is who you are before you fucked up in the first place. And how I found this out to be true is one day I was running really fast and I hit the wall. And when you hit the wall, your whole personality, your whole plastic agenda just falls on the ground. And when I looked down at the ground, I saw myself as a personality. Do you know what I mean? Like, the reason that you're not enlightened is you believe your personality. Now I know when my personality got destroyed through a nervous breakdown, if you want to call it that, When it was laying on the ground and I could see it was just plastic, I just walked away and I'm trying for now and forever just to be myself. And that's called Aloneness, a love story, because you need to know how to be alone in order to be in love. Now, it doesn't mean, aloneness does not mean not to have a beloved, but you're given that choice in that moment when you learn to be alone to either meditate or make love. Both are real, both exist, both are you. You just have to play. One day you make love all day, the next day you meditate all day, and find out who you are. So this book is really good. So I've also made this book, Aloneness, a Love Story, free. So I've decided just to give myself away. GUIU, about your primal life. Aloneness, about your meditation life. After you read these two books, hopefully you disappear, you know. It's so simple. Enjoy me, enjoy me, enjoy me. How do I give my books away for free? So many people said, I can't believe you, and they made a donation out of abundance. I do not accept donations if you're not abundant right now. I'd rather you read my books and become abundant, and we'll see each other next lifetime. It's not a problem. So, below this video, you'll be able to get in touch with me. Below this video will be the links to my Doom books, both my books. You do not have to write back, you know, but what you might want to do is, if it turns you on, share it with a friend or two. You know, let's have some fun. Let's share things. Meditation can be shared. Love can be shared. What can't be shared is misery and selfishness. Thank you.